like. Don't give me this. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. Like, you know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. Like, you know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm excited to be here back with y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm
Right?
excited.
I was just with you the other day. Listen,
No,
Mz Dee
literally.
is very
You know, I can't get
lacking
enough of
today.
you, girl. No, I can't get enough of you. So, what is the topic today? If everybody just tuning in right now, you see that we have a special guest today. We have Surplus. Of course, we have the lovely Mz Dee and me, of course, your favorite, crazy girl, Ms. J. Ms. Dee, excuse me.
Yes.
Introduce yourself, all that good stuff, real
You
quick.
know what, Mz Dee? You can follow me on Instagram, FetLife, TikTok, all the things. Everything is Mz Dee X. Honestly, I'm trying to keep it simple so everybody can find me. Very, very, very simple name. Okay, it's MZ.
Very easy.
X.
Simple.
Okay.
We love that.
Tap in. We got a lot going on over here.
Yes, we do. And of course, Surplus, please introduce yourself. Let us know where we can find you.
Hey y'all, Surplus at the one Surplus on IG and X Twitter, and I think it's like Surplus84 over on FetLife.
Yeah. I know FetLife is the one I usually let everybody work for. Like, you got to go through my content to find it.
Right.
You're not just
Right.
popping up on
It's like
FetLife. I want to
it's
friend
like
you by
hidden.
accident anyway. And of course, everybody, it is me, Miss J. You can find me on anything kinky related on all social media platform as Obey Miss J. Of course, always bring respect when you come into my DMs and anybody that's connected to us or just people in general. Don't be a jerk. Let's do it. All right. So, I'm excited about the topic today. Super excited. I'm always excited, but today is really, really exciting because we're talking about sensual and sensual play. Of course, me being sensational, Mz Dee being sensational, everybody being sensational individuals in the world, and the sensual play itself. We're gonna kind of break it down. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Surplus actually connected to it. I want to say after doing, because he's actually going to be part of our newest event coming up, Ms. D's newest event called The Feast.
The feast, baby. Come eat
Indulge in all the gorgeousness that is what we provide.
Yeah.
So, Ms. D, you want to talk about The Feast and then we can get in about Surplus?
Yeah, listen, the feast is a full nose. I throw vanilla events. That's what I love to do in the community. I love to be like that brand new open space for like new kinksters. But this is not that, y'all. I mean, we're not saying that you can't be new. Not saying that, but this is definitely not vanilla. This is very, very grown. This is very, very swinger-esque. This is very full play party, okay? And it's going to be a fantastic time. And I can't wait to see this man here perform. I'm so excited. So excited to see. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's super exclusive. Everybody's been getting vetted. Shout out to y'all coming out getting vetted in person, because I know that is a thing that a lot of people don't require, and I appreciate people coming out and actually doing the work. Like, I love that, and having these conversations with me in person, making sure we let in all the right vibes. That is very important. So double vetting, get vetted, come out to the munch. This Thursday, that is my queer munch. Don't come that unless you're part of the queer community, though.
Exactly. We're going to get into a little more of the upcoming events to get in person vetted, of course, just like Ms. Dee stated. And Surplus is actually one of the entertainments that's going to be there. He's going to break down. Please Tell us about your little bit of background, your background and your expertise and all that. I'm very excited. I can't explain nothing because I'm not that great all the time.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm a pro dom. I do a lot of sensation play, a lot of impact play, getting in fire play. I do knife play as well. Been at this now over a little over 11 years.
Oh, nice. I love the numbers. I love it. As somebody who was professional herself for 5-6 years, but this is years ago. This is years ago now. But I always look for the tells, like if I can trust somebody who claims to be a dominant, or anybody in the lifestyle who claims to be in the lifestyle. And I know before even getting to fully know you or like be in your like information, I was in love with your content. I was in love with everything you were stating. Of course, Mz Dee.
Yes, isn't it so beautiful?
I look, you gotta see me like scrolling on our joint. I'm like, I gotta stop looking like a creep because I'm like almost liking everything, trying to comment on everything. Because I'm like, yes, exactly. I think the thing that got me so hyped recently, I believe was you were showing a Target run type situation. And when you showed the meat gripper drawings, I was like, yes, those are one of my favorite things. And I was like, I already knew, but yes,
we love a breakdown like that. We even talked about stuff like that on our show. Like we talked about household items that you can just use, like for play. Like you don't have to buy these expensive toys.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was great. No, your page. I don't know. Listen, I don't even know. I don't remember who it was that introduced me to you, but it was a repost. Somebody like reposted you in their stories, and I was like, oh, hold on. This is great. I was just like, I want to follow him. And then I asked my co-host, I was like, Ms. J, I was like, can we please reach out to this man?
Yeah.
Can we please? He's on my list. I would love to have him on the show. And now I'm even more excited that you'll be coming to my first feast. I'm so excited.
We're so excited to have you. I can't wait. I already told the people.
So 11 years ago, you got into kink.
What's up?
11 years ago, you got into kink. Yeah. What was like the thing that kind of pushed you to it?
So I start the clock at around 11 years. I started like reading for real around like 2008. And I think I'm one of those people that's also like, I've been kinky forever when like I was in too old or too young to be doing a lot of this stuff.
Exactly.
I
feel like that's a lot of us. I think that's a lot of us.
Yeah, but I think one of the stories that I tell and talking about like safety and stuff. I don't know if y'all remember like the Drew Hill, I think it's like the In My Bed video with like the wax.
Yeah.
I tried to do that with like a real candle back in the day and to like very disastrous results.
Did you hurt that person? Did you hurt that person?
That person hurt me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's like yeah, you know what? I think though it's like when we look back, especially like we're in the community professionally, playfully, whatever, and we have so many years under our belts. When we go back and think about like maybe I was too young to be into this, but also I have a tricky situation when I always describe like my journey with it. I tell people all the time, like, look, I was always researching. I was always doing something at a young age. I love reading.
Always.
I was doing that. You couldn't talk about it though. But I also don't want to think, I don't want individuals to think that I'm promoting it at a young age because I'm not. Right. But I also believe in education is key. Don't let anybody you think is going to try to manipulate you, especially, I'm fortunate enough to have a very bad attitude when I was young, when it came to supposed fake doms who would try to, manipulate me. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. So you just no, that's a no for me. Like you're trying to manipulate me. I am fortunate to I don't want to say trained because it makes that person sound wrong because I was underage to a point, but they did guide me like, hey, read this book. I'm not going to, they no play, no nothing, but they were just like, read this book, try this. If you have questions, let me know. And like, I think that's like part of the journey why we also started this show was because we want to be educated. We want to tell, other people who find our content, to like you're not alone. Trust me. There's so many of us and many people, like we love breaking down people that we meet who are not claimed to be kinky, and we're just like, that's
tell
cute.
me what you like.
Yeah,
I bet you I can read. I bet you it's a thing.
No, definitely. It was like, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. We don't yuck nobody's yum. We just let it go with the flow and to evolve into something, because, and me too, like I always say, BDSM saved my life in many different ways, because it shows you how to, boundaries, respect what you want, how to make yourself assertive, when to walk away. You have those rights, because a lot of people, especially, women and people who are not very confident in themselves, they don't really know how to process that. And that's why I tell people, like, BDSM, do it. Like, not do it, but like do your research, figure it out, and trust me, it will change your life. Because in my opinion, everything you do after you figure out yourself is a read. Like, I read so many people and I'm like, oh, this person's a dominant, this person's this person's that. And the third.
No, I do that too.
Yeah,
I love doing
I tell people all the time, like, one, this whole like kink BDSM lifestyle is like nerd heaven. If you like to read and you like to,
it really is nerd heaven.
It really
I meet my best nerd friends in kink.
Yep.
That is that is a circle between nerdy folks and kinky folks.
Yeah, I have many theories, but I'm not into that. But I definitely think there is so many underlying connections with us geeks and the kinks. Okay.
Because this is all like science and psychology, essentially.
Right.
And how to talk to people.
Yeah.
Right. And analyzing and overthinking. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's so many things aligned with that. But yeah.
Which is beautiful, like I said, and I feel like it shows the full circle of things, where it's just like, again, we go through a journey where we feel alone in it, like we feel weird, we feel shamed, we feel whatever, but then you realize, oh, this other person likes it, oh, this other group of people are into these things, and you evolve, and that's beautiful. I know, like you said, it also like helps in multiple things in life. Like, I worked in the mental health industry for a little bit, and the sector I was in was very sensitive. So like, you would have clients that can have multiple personalities in front of you and all this stuff. And one of the reasons why I was so good at my job is because I would analyze every patient that would come in, because that's how I would match their energy when they needed to have a dominant woman in front of them. I would become the helpless princess when I'm like, oh my God, like, maybe you have to take your meds and maybe you have to do this. And they would do that. And like,
her kink is changing her personality. That's all.
Yeah.
The long story short, her kink is changing her personality.
I'm a chameleon, okay? I'm a chameleon.
That's what it is.
I love it.
Okay, but I honestly truly think, sir, that Miss J kind of almost wants you to convince her about sensual play, because I have been trying. I'm like, girl, I'm telling you everything, and she's like, no, I can't let someone love on me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, do it hard and rough. This is what I know. And like I said, it's sweet, but at the same time, I can't do too much sweet.
I mean, like, you can always ramp things up. It's like, it's like being on like a roller coaster where you can start off sensual and then you hit that first dip. And
well, how would you recommend someone like me? Like I said, I'm very like 24/7 primal, in my opinion. 24/7 primal. I want the little bit, and I say it's kind of like toxic love, because I'm not toxic. Everybody knows I'm a lover girl, but at the same time, it's a situation of like, if I have a partner who's trying to love on me or be sensual, be sweet, I make jokes about it. Not in a bad way, just like, oh, that's crazy. Like, oh, you think I'm the beautiful goddess? Ah, that's crazy.
You relate sensual to like always someone being like sweet. Like, you keep saying that. And I don't think it has to be that.
Well, no, it's not just about being sweet. I just mean those are like the steps they try to be with me, to kind of break down those layers. Because again, it's about touch. It's about this. Like, I'm not used to having like the intimacy of everything, I guess you could say. Not just so much intimacy, but like just the more of the slow pacing of anything. Because again, sensual, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but like my understanding of it is being more of understanding and fully developing the connection with a partner, play partner, whatever, to kind of read them all. I don't want you to read about me. I just want to hurry up, do what we got to do, be cool about it, fist bump. We're great. See you next time. And, you know, and that's beautiful. We'll get a burger after. It's great. So,
I mean, you can be there.
Don't talk about it no more. Let him talk about it.
Go ahead.
There are tons of sensual sadists out there as well. So there are a host of different ways to do the same thing, and you know, slow torture has a place.
It does. I like slow torture.
Yeah, everything doesn't have to be hard and fast, and
right.
to get you there.
It's the Puerto Rican in me. It's the Puerto Rican in me, bro. It is.
It is not.
We're very like, but actually, I just learned a new phrase and something I'm interested in. What did you say? Slow torture? That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that.
See?
You know, you don't have to hurt people or cause pain to get people to quit, like during a scene.
Exactly. She's like, I just don't understand this non-pain aspect.
Yeah, you know what? My thing is, my pain is psychological. A lot of it's psychological. So like, it's like I said, that's why I think I relate to Primal so much, is because like in Primal, and again, at least my experience with it, it's something that you have to be crystal clear. You have to communicate 100%. Not that you don't do that with anything else, but like that's from the gate. So if I just met you at a bar and we already know the thing, right? We already kind of know each other, whatever. I'm making eye contact. I'm letting you know from the rip, I'm taking a shot. This is what I want. This is what we're doing. I'll meet you in 5. And we're doing it. We're already starting the play situation versus like actually having, I guess, to build it up, I think is the frustration I feel like I might have. But I think like that's something I'm challenging myself this year with. I want to experience that because I want to kind of like enjoy the sessions and play a little bit more. I don't want to, because not that I rush through anything, because it usually lasts a long time, but it's a situation of like, does it always have to be painful? Does it always have to be degrading, or you know, even though I love all of it, but like, does it always have to be that way? Can it be? But I feel like a lot of partners that I meet, since they're not accustomed to it, they wind up doing something where I'm just not cool with it. And not like a boundary broken or anything like that, or a red flag, but something along the lines of like, again, I feel like it's too slow, or I'll feel like you're not keeping up to my energy level or something, which kind of breaks that fantasy world for me. And I'm just like, nah, we're good. Fist bump, we're out. I think we're done.
People that like people that reach out to you for like your services, or even like your bottoms, what do you find that they enjoy the most? So is there like a common thing you think?
Yeah, I think I get a lot of requests for like impact and sensation play, but I think the overarching theme is that folks want to feel safe in the environment, and they want to feel cared for and prioritized, even if it's like a heavy impact scene, or folks want to be choked or something like that. You still want that in the confines of safety and like security.
No, absolutely. I need that. Absolutely. That is the only way for me to like really enjoy something, is like knowing I am secure and safe with this person. Like, because I'm just gonna be paranoid in my head and I'm not gonna get off. And what's the point? Like, I really need that like safety net, like, and that comfort.
Yeah, and there's I mean, I'm one of those people that tends to check on folks mid-scene, and it's really quick. We're not stopping. I might lean over, whisper in your ear, "You all right?" They get back to the heavy stuff. So
that's good. I like that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, y'all convincing me. It's fine.
No, we're not.
No, I don't think we are. Look, I told you, I'm trying. Like, I might not look it, but like I said, I'm literally processing the information and like trying to, because again, like the thug in me is like, nah, you don't need that, and I'm like, but I want it though.
You can do a lot of, you can switch up your movements, and like I said, everything doesn't have to be super slow, and everything doesn't have to be really fast. So like if I grab your wrist really slow, but I slam you onto the bed really quickly, like,
right?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I can't wait, especially like when the feast comes. I'm gonna like I said, popcorn in hand, snacks. Like I'm gonna have my little gummy bear on, my sour gummies. I'm just gonna be enjoying my life, because I want to see.
Listen,
I think. Go ahead.
I've been having everyone's been asking me questions like, so what kind of show is it going to be? What kind of performance? Yep. What kind of scene is it? And I was like, I mean, guys, you just have to come.
Yep.
I can't just give out all the secrets. You just have to come. Like, go follow his page. You can see all the work, but you got to come.
It's going to start slow and it's going to ramp up. I will
say
that.
Like, I'm excited. Like I said, I have full trust in you, which is like, again, rare for me for a lot of people. Just like from what I experienced in a Mz Dee, like I said, anywhere Mz Dee says though, I know is Gucci. Like I know it's 100% because she don't play. She don't play. I don't play. So when she tells me,
listen, and I like everyone knows, like this is my first play party. I've been throwing events forever, like in and out of the lifestyle. That's part of my actual business outside of the lifestyle. Like I know how to put on a thing, like for sure. But I obviously attend lifestyle parties and full play parties, and I'm always just like, oh man, like I wish security was better. I wish like there was some type of entertainment here. I just always have like these ideas. I'm like, you should just do it. But that is so important. I think vetting is important. The security staff is important. Everybody is important. It's like the highest priority. Like that was the first thing I did was like book security. Like actual people, not just random security guards that work in the lifestyle, that do these type of events, know how to treat these type of people. You know what I'm saying? What to look for. So listen, high on my list.
It's super important. You know, vetted spaces in general are like the best spaces here. No dicks to like swingers clubs and stuff, but
right, because we love those. They are what they are, right?
Where you got to answer some questions about yourself and how you look at the world and things like that. Love them.
Yes, absolutely. I love. Low key wanted to add a question after the election on my vetting thing, but I was like, I wanted to ask the question though.
Yeah, I did. I had one form. I don't remember who it was for. It was like, "What's the last book that you read?"
Oh, I love that.
I like that.
I love that. What is the last book you read? I might steal that. Tell that person thank you. I might steal that idea.
Oh, that's good.
But I put that up there. I forgot where my camera was for a second.
No, you're good.
I'm set up in a place that I'm normally not.
You're good. I'm just looking at. So I'm trying to make sure all of our systems are running. There was like a snag somewhere. Anywho, yeah, like you said, I'm excited about this event. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's probably my first play party since I first debuted as
for a minute.
Yeah, like I think my last play party was like in Philly called the Libertine Ball. Like, and this is like a billion years ago. I still got my. It looks like a fucking high school like homecoming joint. I had like a little. I was cute as hell, but I was just like looking at those pictures the other day. I was like, damn, it's been a while, huh? And
yeah, I'm getting my girl back out in the streets because I stay out in the streets. So I was at one last week.
Yeah. Like I said, when I get my stuff ready and back into everything, it's Gucci. I'm excited because, like I said, this is a part of me, and I felt like ever since I stepped out, I lost a little bit of myself, and I became not complacent. I don't want to say complacent, but I felt like, again, I just lost a little bit who I am because I feel like kink is such a big part of my life. It is who I am. I want to be. I love talking about. You see me. I'll be at a bar. We're talking about anime stuff and blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, but did you see the bondage of this person and da 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 da? Like, don't get me started. Like, I love talking about it. And I like being in spaces that other people can relate to that because, like, if you talk about it like how I used to talk about with random people who would be interested in it, but then they take it a wrong way, or they, you know, again, one thing that really is insulting to me is again when somebody tries to play the role, like they cosplay kink, like they only talk about like, yeah, I've been in this, you know, I like to be a daddy dom, I like to be this. I'm like, no.
I'm like, yeah,
won't be approaching me like this. Won't be approaching me like this.
I will complain about this forever, and it's definitely on FetLife, and take that like with a grain of salt. Like honestly, like it is not the go-to of the facts. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I cannot stand on that app when every man says that they are a dom. I just be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You actually aren't. I need you to learn some other terms. We need to break some other things down because I think that that's just like a masculine thing for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the most masculine male role in this space. That's what I am. I'm a Tom. And I'm like,
but we don't do, like, folks need to realize that it is also okay to just do the play. Like, it's okay to just be a top.
It is okay. It is okay. You don't have to turn it into a career. You don't have to be a professional.
Exactly.
No, I think the ones that really creep me out the most are like if I'm on a dating app, which I found like not cute, but I found like a few kink dating apps, like they're only exclusive kink.
What? Wait, is that real?
Yeah, there's like a few of them. Wait, I have them right here on my phone. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. Because like
I've never heard of a kink dating app.
There's a few of them, and I like it because it's really detailed and they give you a time limit to talk to a person. So what happens is like when you start the conversation, you have X amount of time before you guys you could create like you can extend it if you're really enjoying the conversation. But let's say it's getting dry, you just don't want to deal with it. Automatically the thing disrupts. Like I think they call it like the explosion, like it's gonna explode or expire. And like so you gotta be into it. Like if you're not into the conversation. So it's called Pure. It's called Pure. And
does it like literally explode in the text messages? Because that would be a little devastating.
No. So it's through the app itself. So like when you're in it, it says you have. I haven't been on in a minute, but like it'll tell you, okay, so you talk to Jazz, and you connected on, you like pet play, you like this, you like that. Do you want to communicate with this person? And I'm like, yes. So then you guys discuss it. Sometimes a little crazy because like I said, there's a lot of Caucasians on there. I can't think of a nice word right now.
And can I tell you that was literally I was waiting for you to finish. And I was like, girl, wait
a minute. I know because you know me, girl. You fucking know me. None of that is happening on my side. I got no beef, but I don't want it. Right? So the conversation exactly. So the conversation will happen like they review. You can review them first. You review them first, so you see a picture. So I only interact with POC. I only interact with if I'm reading their information and it states something that's like a red flag for me or terminology where I'm like, I grew up from a particular, household situation. I know what the fuck that means and I'm not dealing with it. But so far it's been good. Like I said, it's been good. They even have an option, like even your photos, if you decide to exchange photos, like additional photos, they also expire. You only have like a minute to look at it.
Let me tell you something about the kink and a dating app. I've never heard of this dating app, but I'll say, and I'm not a dating app girl. Like first, I have just way too many things on my plate, but I will go into my Hinge and upload a picture of the cookout munch. And when I tell you, I have caught a couple people, and they're like, "Yo, that's kind of dope. When is this happening?" I'm like, "You should come out. You should come out." I literally use my Hinge profile to. It literally looks like my Instagram. Like, no, come to the events.
It's a lot of kinky photos on Hinge, like, look.
Yes.
And I think that's also telling too, because you're definitely setting up a safe space. Because what if there's somebody who's new into something, they want to explore it, and that's great for marketing. When it comes to the dating apps in general, just because I've been on so many different types, the terminologies people use on there already tell me, like when we start saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a dominant," you're a femme, so you are femme presenting, like you better blah 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 blah. I'm like, no. Delete, like automatically no. Or like sometimes I have time that moment and I'll break it down for them, and I'm like, I've been in the lifestyle as a professional, as somebody who studied as or trained as a submissive first, has also been a dominant trained, then professionally claimed myself to be a switch because I personally wanted experience when I'm having clients that I'm giving them the proper play. I'm not just doing something for my own pleasure that might harm them or whatever, giving them the bad experience. Because again, these, baby kinks, all of us started somewhere, and I want to give them good experiences. So when I see somebody giving misinformation, I call them out on it. Whatever. Like, you're not going to do that, especially like to be protected. I think it was the term, not white knighting, because I think we talked about that in the show before when we learned about how, I think it was the male version of it, where it was like they would see submissives, usually females, and they would try to rescue them from other like bad doms or something.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm jazzing and I'm just smacking motherfuckers. You're not gonna disrespect somebody, male, female, anybody. I don't care. You're not gonna disrespect or think you're gonna do that shit in front of me. And
that was definitely a topic about doms, and I will say I don't want to just say doms because, that was a topic of conversation. It was about doms mistreating their, I guess, bottoms or submissives, and then another dom seeing that and then like kind of white knighting and stealing that person, but then end up being the same way. And it was just like a whole like thread about it. And I was like, oh, this is so interesting. Like, wow.
Listen, kink is better than the soaps.
Listen, sometimes it is. It really it's the Facebook groups. That's really what it is. The Facebook groups will tell you so much.
The stuff I read online is wild. And that was, honestly, that was part of the reason that I started doing like commentary videos. I would either read something that was really out there, or people would come to me and be like, yeah, I had this experience, and then proceed to tell me about doing things that they didn't want to do. Pushing past their boundaries and insecurities, because a lot of people feel like, again, this is supposed to hurt, or this is supposed to be painful, or they're just supposed to automatically serve authority to somebody. And like, this is negotiation first. Like, you don't automatically come in giving up your power. And so many people just feel like they gotta do whatever, or are in such a rush to be in a dynamic or to belong to somebody that you do whatever, that folks say whatever to you.
So now I see that a lot.
I actually currently read, there's this book that just came out, and it was The Good Girl's Guide to Dominance.
I saw that book.
Ma'am, let me tell you, it's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
I respected a lot of the author's perspective on it, because it's supposed to be a romance novel. But I liked what the submissive, the main character, who's a Black woman, making sure she has those safe spaces for herself. And it was like very interesting to see that. Not to mention it's based in Philly and South Philadelphia at that. So I was picking this book up. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff. But one of the things I like, because this is something I do myself, and again, this is people I feel in the community who are well aware about things do. So like, she was meeting a dominant for the first time. They had a few good dates. So she went to his place, and the first thing she starts doing is looking around. And she sees that his room is a mess. She sees that there's dirty dishes. She sees like all this stuff. And then he tries to force her to do a play situation that she wasn't comfortable. She says, this is a boundary. This is a hard no. I explained that to you. And he uses that line that we all fucking hate. Well, I'm the dom and you have to listen to me. And she's like, nope, goodbye, bitch. And she just walks out. And I was like, exactly, as you should. Because, and then, but then like the beauty of this book is, not to go full detail, is like she writes in her diary and she's explaining like the want and the need to belong. She wants to find her tribe. She wants to, she's tired of being like with her vanilla friends who just like kind of like, yeah, girl, maybe you'll find somebody to do that crazy stuff with you, but not really connecting with it and understanding. Right. So she still feels lonely. And I was just like, that's how it is in the community when you're first starting out and you don't have those connections. So like, again, like when you post about your parties and you post about your events, that is really beautiful to have that, because when I was first starting, we didn't have that. And the spaces that we're invited to were just white. So I was a fucking spicy Latin woman, and I used to hate that shit. Oh God, disgusting. But I've told this story so many times on this podcast, and I will say it till the day I die. Like, I am so fortunate. Like when I got into lifestyle, I was definitely like
research. Like, this is amazing. Like, wait, what? Like, I feel like I was like on that like at like 19. Like, honestly, like I have like always like had a very deep interest in like kink. But besides like me obviously educating myself, I was like going to a lot of classes, and I started just going to vanilla events like to learn and meet people and talk. And my first munch was held by a Black woman, and it forever changed me. Like, forever. And I was like, oh, I can do this. Wow. And it wasn't all Black people there. It was not. It was definitely a mixed crowd, but it was still a lot of us. And I was like, okay. And that just like opened up my mind to all the things. And I was like, okay, I feel like I can actually see myself like settling in a space here. But yeah, no, having those spaces are important. And that woman came to my lunch like 2 months ago, and I told her that in person. I was like, "You are literally my inspiration." Like, and the reason why
I love that.
It's important. If you want to do something, do it, because you don't know what that would do for someone else.
That's why we have Sexually Speaking, right? We got one day was like, we're doing this. I don't care. We'll figure it out. I was like, say less. I'm gonna get the social medias. I'm getting everything. We locking it in. And we did. Yeah. And I think we're fucking killing it. So I can't even say nothing bad.
Yeah, but we have to see us. Like,
exactly.
There were like none of me. There's always like some older folks around that'll tell you like it was like the Wild West, and you pushed through because you were super interested. But like, there were no like Black spaces. There were no like POC spaces. Fat Life was like the Wild West when I first got on.
It was.
Oh my God. Credit, I'm grateful for FetLife for at least connecting me to certain individuals. But at the same time, like I think my first submissive is still on there. And every so often he'll still send me a message like, "Hey, Miss J, I hope you're having a blessed time." I was like, "You too, baby." Like that's the only one I was still like, "What's up, baby boy? How you been? Have a great one. Live your best life."
I don't think FetLife is like completely terrible. I just don't think it. I don't think it's like. If you're new, I don't think you should start on FetLife.
No,
FetLife it's just too much. It's too much. The random people that's going to slide into your DMs and say the craziest things.
It's overwhelming, definitely. It's very overwhelming. It's a breeding ground for manipulation. It's that stuff. And I feel like because my first experience with just the educating myself on, besides reading material when I was younger, was Zanga. I don't even know if you remember Zanga. So it was a blogging website back in the day. So I guess like it would be akin to Tumblr now. Well,
we're dating Tumblr. Ourselves right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
I tell people all the time, look, I still remember my Netscape account. I don't want to talk to nobody. So
listen, I like being old. It's okay. I'm not ashamed.
Back in my day, I love saying back in my day. I remember when those calculators used to be $80,000. Now it's $20. Get out of here. Anyway.
Ask a kid what Zynga is.
So Zynga was a website. I think it might be still around for very different purposes now. But it was a blogging website, a journaling website that's probably akin to like LiveJournal or now or used to be Tumblr. So the beautiful thing about Zynga is that you like MySpace, you can manipulate or like redesign the page, and I like doing those things because I like custom everything. I don't like basic. So I used to journal how I felt about things on there. So like some of it was like explicit because mind you, I was young and I was trying to express. I was like, I'm interested in this. I'm interested, which it flocked a lot of bad people. I can definitely tell you that. So it's definitely a situation where people have to be on their toes. But then like me finding FetLife, I felt like since I already had those bad experiences on this platform, when I got there, I was prepared. So I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that.
I used to use this one platform, like I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like erotic stories and poetry. But then I found a side of the app where people were like reading their poems and poetry.
Oh, that's
when I say for hours, every night, hours, I'm just listening.
Was that Lorana?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, I was on there too. I love
that website, and I also like
and just read because I love reading.
This old ass website that is still active to this day. It is called Nude Africa.
Yes,
North Africa is actually hilarious. It's
still
good.
got the same design as it had like a decade ago.
Oh my gosh.
So long ago. It has not changed. I recently, like within this past year, I was like, let me just go see if this is actually still a website. And it is still active. People still post. It looks like Black Planet. Like that's what it looks like.
But
if it ain't broke, I guess.
We're still tapped in.
You know what? Dude Africa was recently in the news though.
What?
No, wait, why? I did not hear that.
There was a candidate who was running for black dude who was running for governor in North Carolina. They found his like nude Africa profile and all like the wild shit that he was saying on the site.
So here's a question to lead into that.
We're gonna double back because I also have a thing about nude Africa and a politician. I got a story.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk about that because I love the tea. But here's the thing. Do we feel? I heard a question from a friend of mine. He asked me one time, "Do you think jobs dictate the person?" So, like, sometimes we have to do certain jobs, right? So, and the reason why I bring that up is so, like, when I had an experience when I was first doing the dom thing, and I had a friend who was a dominant as well, and she was also a teacher. One of her students got mad, found her page, like her website, and hacked the school's website. So when you click on it, it goes automatically to her page. She got fired.
No.
As like she was promoting it, and I was very like,
shouldn't that child get in trouble for like that's like sharing porn? Like they should have got in trouble too.
Oh, come on, but they're gonna blame
of course,
but I get it. She lost her job, of course, as a teacher. And it's, we were very sympathetic to her, empathetic. We're just like, oh my God, like this is so crazy. And I think that's one of the reasons why I started backing up, because a lot of the women were pulling back. We're like, we have other lives, we have stuff. There's no safety.
Well, and just people in general, just not women. But I agree. I understand and I agree with that. I'm very protective of people that come out to my spaces and people like pictures and taking videos, and of course, like my munches are vanilla. Exactly. So it's cool. But like one time I had like bar staff come in, they wanted to like take some video content, I guess like the post. And I was like, not at this one. No. And I try my best. Like I am in the moment. I'm talking to so many people, so I really don't record or anything. But this past one, the one that had people dressed up for Halloween, was the first and only time I've ever posted pictures or video from my munch. I always show the place what it looks like empty, but there are like professional people and just regular people that just don't. I don't have the time to go through 50 to 70 people and ask who want to be on film and who don't.
Right.
How about nobody is? How about nobody's face? We're just enjoying this space. If you want to take your own pictures, that's on you. But I ain't gonna take no pictures and post it on my shit.
No, I agree. But I think that's the question I pretty much like go with. It's like, should we be jeopardizing others people's like family life, whatever, to just because they have this extra hobby, they enjoy play? No. I personally hate it. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. I really do, because like again, like being a politician, I don't know about the story, but just to be like running, and let's say you have such a great personality, you're a people person, you're making things happen. You're like, yeah, but you also like A, B, C, D, F, G. First of all, why is anybody your business what they do in the bedroom? If they're being respectful, not harming, and it's not like within the legal realms of stuff, like there's no, and consent, of course, consent, but it's still a situation like why is everybody, because we all want to shame. That's your first tactic. That's why I think I was explaining to again, just side note, I was with a family member the other day. Nobody knows about my like dad side of the family, what I do or anything. I let it slip the other day. And I was like, yeah, I got 2 partners and, this and that. And they're like, wait, what? And I was like, look, all my shit's online. I'm not explaining it. Go find it. Go find it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to, it's like, you can't judge me, because guess what? I love what I do. I enjoy it. I'm not shamed in it. You can feel that way, not me. So that's how I feel like it should be treated for everyone. Like, as long as you're being respectful and you're not, being on this, not just platform, but like you're doing what you do, but then shaming somebody else. That's the only other time I'll be like, you better shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I am anti-outing, folks. I am also anti-hypocrisy, though.
Yeah, no, exactly. Hello. But just to bring Dior back, it's a crazy situation when we have to be fearful of like being in the lifestyle and then like it may be possibly affecting our daily lives. And like personally, like I said, maybe I'm blessed to the fact that I don't give a fuck and I don't care what you're gonna do. So I know for a fact, like, as I worked in therapy or in a therapy office. And that was a situation I would talk to, coworkers about it because I'm very open about my lifestyle. And they were just like, oh, like, you're so free. I'm like, yeah, why not? Like, what the fuck? You're a therapist. You know exactly how it is to be your true, authentic self.
Yeah. I'm out about like my existence here without necessarily going into detail.
Yeah. I keep it PG for people who I don't know and trust yet. I just let them know, like, so they know also how to move around me, because you're not going to say anything I enjoy. You're not going to take any way, say like, oh, well, I don't like da-da-da-da. Those are freaks and da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's crazy because I could read you right now and tell you what you're into, and I'm not. Because you don't deserve it. You better keep on or I'm going to embarrass you in front of your friends. I don't care. Like, I just don't. I'm very, like, especially when I worked in the health field, again, we dealt with a lot of personalities and we dealt with a lot of machismo. So like, we'll have like a lot of grown men saying horrible shit, very demeaning stuff about women and how they need to be subservient. And like, to be fair, I used to get a power play over it too, because I would like say that shit to my face. And kind of like communicate with them like, this is a safe space for you always, but you're not going to disrespect women in front of me. You're not going to do that. And then like also because their guys was this like traditional men's situation, but also like it's traditional, or it's me as a man, I'm dominant, I'm this and that. I'm like, no, men are not the only people who are dominant in the world. We all can play that part. It's not a situation. It's who lets you be the dominant, because we have to trust
some of us are switches. Some of us are switches. Okay, we exist. We are out here.
I wish I met more of us.
Right. Listen, you don't have to pick a side. I like it.
I'm on the side. If it feels good, I would do it.
That part. If it feels good. Listen, I don't even want to double back around to that story now.
But I want to know later.
We're almost at an hour.
I need the tea. But
no, New Africa got me really caught up. Like one time,
I'm about to look that up right now.
Like one time, and I was like, that was a throwback. That was a throwback for real. But listen, guys, what we really need is for you to come out and get vetted for the feast. That's what we really need. We need you to come out and get vetted in person. The next opportunity, only for my queer folks, is the Kiki, and that is this Thursday in South Philly at 148 room 148. Sorry, I said that backwards. It is actually on South Street. It's a great Black-owned women business. They have great drinks, great specials for us. It's free entry. Just come have a good time. Come have a good time. This has been on my heart to have a queer munch for a very, very, very long time. That was my whole reason for having my munch, was have a safe space for Black people and my queer people. And all my queer friends was like, girl, it's getting a little hetero over here. And I was like, you know what? I'll make a separate one for just my people. I love, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. And you can also get vetted at the next Cookout Munch. That is the event that everyone comes to. That is the big event every month.
I'll actually be at this one. I'm excited.
It is a great time. It is so much fun. It's drink specials, food specials, free entry. So a lot of Black people. It's a great time. We play games. We're all a little nerdy. We have a whole game night there. Taboo. There was a space tournament. There was an Uno tournament. We ask people questions and have them in a bucket and read them out loud. And I did not do that last month because it was a little chaotic. There was a lot of people and I didn't have enough time.
Oh, do we got time today? I want to hear.
I mean, I think so. But I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna pull out of here. That's the thing. That is the real thing. I feel like low key, I should have pre-read them, but I wanted them to be authentic because like at the cookout, like at the munch, I wouldn't have pre-read them. You know, I would have just whipped them out and read it out loud.
Yeah.
You know. So then I'm just like, oh man, this is a little. Okay. Okay. So the questions were we do like a kink jar sometimes, but this time it was, what is the fantasy you have? And I want y'all to answer this too. Okay. What is the fantasy you have that you haven't active on yet? Like you just, it's in your head. You have not fulfilled this fantasy. So do you have one?
Where are we starting? I gotta think about this.
I don't know. Okay. How about you want me to read this one and then y'all think about it? Or no, go ahead, Ms. J. Come on, please.
I'll do it. So because you know me, I love jumping into the fire. So I think the one I'm really thinking is very I guess it's like a role play situation. I want to kind of do. Remember in secretary situation at the end where they get married, their honeymoon. I want to be tied to a tree. I want to do that thing. That's what I want to do. Watch the movie, y'all. I'm not explaining. I'm not going into further. Okay. I want the whole situation to end up me tied up to a tree, getting taken care of business. That's what I want. Okay. Whatever that is.
I feel like that is really doable, babe.
But my thing is having someone actually do that I trust. That's not the issue. It's just that because you know what I mean. I got a attention span, or not attention span, like an anger level. Where a trust issue, like once you say one thing and I'm just like, you killed the whole fantasy for me. Goodbye. If I can't trust you to fucking get A, B, and C, how can I trust you to like tie me properly to a fucking tree? And then not. You want to be rude? Do you want to be fully suspended? Do you want to be fully suspended? Oh, okay. I like that. I love that for you. That's why I want to go to class soon. I'm looking for classes. We have to talk about that.
Okay.
Because I definitely. All right.
So, what's this fantasy you got?
Mine?
Yeah.
I want to do I've been like reading on negotiating like some CNC stuff, but I want to do like a good like interrogation scene where somebody's like
like role play. In it.
Hot wax, like slow drip on the wax with like some knife play.
I like this.
Heavy impact.
I love our group.
I see this in your future. Well, this person here, and this is all anonymous, but this is people at the cookout. This person would like to fuck 2 women in the church bathroom.
Oh,
wow.
Go off.
Okay.
So I actually knew somebody growing up that had fucked in the church in the bathroom.
I know a few people that.
I know a few people that did that. I actually know a few people that did.
So I can't say nothing.
Excuse me?
So I didn't know it was a church. To be fair, I was getting heavy. There was no watching me, bro. I didn't know, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta move." And then I see the door behind me, and I was like, "Yo, this door is nice," because I like architecture. And I walk out and I see this big sign and it was like, Lord loves you. And I was like, oh my God, this is a church.
It said, Lord loves you. Not
the Lord loves you. And I was like, thanks, Jesus, my guy. I was like, he's always on my side. He got me. He was good.
Okay, listen. All right. This is what you just said. I feel like it says, I want to have a CNC scene. That feels so real. I want it to be 2 Black men that are totally obsessed with me, but also pansexual.
Yes.
Okay, go off. I don't know who wrote that. I want 2. I want you to use and abuse me, but also do each other. That's what that said. That's literally what that said. Okay, I'm not going to read that one out loud.
Go ahead. I'm trying to find that scene from Secretary, but it only shows the part of it. That where she's tied to the tree.
It's probably on like Pornhub somewhere.
Yes, exactly. All right, this one. Okay, I wish to be wandering through the woods in a Clueless outfit. Clueless, like the 90s movie? Okay.
Yep.
In a Clueless outfit. Okay, and they want to be randomly chased by 3 to 5 males.
Oh.
I love this person.
They want to be held by knife or gun.
Yes.
They want to be held by knife or gun. And they want to be used up until their heart is content. I love that.
Okay.
And they put with a smiley face. No. So they mean business. They mean business. I just knew that half of these, and I just have a feeling that if I dive more into it, most of these are going to be CNC. Because I think so many people really love CNC and are so scared to say that out loud that they fantasize about that. And obviously it's just like a social like taboo, like, and you shouldn't have these thoughts.
The rebrand has helped though.
The rebrand.
CNC like a decade ago was like the rape fantasy or something like that. And that
you can't even search the word rape on. You can't. The rebrand is actually crazy.
Words for it. It's forced. It's chase. It's like all these different terms.
Yeah.
And then like when I discovered they rebranded
well,
it.
I'm not lying. Like, I'm not lying. This was Group CNC. I am the victim. Did I say?
I love that. So are we should have like we should figure this out.
I know my people.
But didn't I tell you like there's actually a group, it's a Reddit page that's dedicated for CNC hookups?
Wow. Pineapple.
Yeah. Yep.
No, really?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's crazy.
No, I don't need the link.
Just to read, like, because I also go through it when I was trying to set up something like years ago. Something was off, and thank God, because like you said, you realize like a lot of them aren't POC or black or brown, and I'm just like, I don't need no white man doing this shit. I will get triggered and I will fight, and it's not going to be fun for anybody. So,
but just to read it and go through it, I would do that because the thing that I read all the time. I read all the time, like it's a low key kink on FET. It's a group that I'm in, and it's called Airport Hookups. And it's just people that hook up with people while they're like connecting flights. And it is so fascinating. I just love scrolling through and reading it. I am just so fascinated by it. And it's like,
I'm in the airport, which is like,
neither. I'm never in the airport that long. Why are you? How do you find the time? This one person was like, I have a 14-hour layover. I was like, sir, I hope you find somebody for 14 hours. I actually hope you find somebody. So that is
coming back if I got a 14-hour layover.
Yeah. Well, they got the mini hotels in a lot of the airports now.
They do.
So I think they call it Sleep Pod or something. Because when I worked in the Philly one, they built one. I know everybody was like, "We're gonna start using this John." I'm like, "I'm not using that John." I was like, "I know what people are doing on layovers." I was like, "I'm not doing it."
All right, this is the last one I'm gonna read, and then we're gonna just like run down all of our many events we got coming up and all the things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this one says that they want to have a sex party with floor to wall ceilings. I'm guessing they're in some type of loft type of situation. They want 10 women, 10 men, toys, and everybody's getting DP with shrooms. What? I'm really not lying about these. Like, I'm really not lying about these. Like, y'all are really creative.
Can I say I have another fantasy that I always liked?
Okay.
I want to see, and this is I don't know what it is because it's not sexual for me at all, but I want to be observing of like an orgy or a play situation, everybody enjoying themselves. I want to be on a throne watching it. On a throne. It has to be a throne. I want to either that or I want to be sitting on a submissive. I want that while they're enjoying themselves, but also we're just like overlooking everybody like a very sexy kingdom. And I feel like I need that. I just want to
I feel like
congratulate
you
everybody.
just want to be like that, like hot, sexy vampire that's like looking
Exactly.
over like their club of like
Exactly.
sexy other vampire. That's what you want to be. That's
I
literally
know.
what you want to be.
Ma'am, see, you read me, and I appreciate that. Thank you, because that's
I feel like
literally I want to do that. I'm like my children. Yes, yes.
I feel like that's doable for the feast. I
Abundance.
feel like this is
That is, isn't it? You can put her on a throne
Yep.
at the feast, and you can just watch.
There you go. That's what I want.
They-
Because you know me, I say it all the time. What do I say? I was like, I want threesomes, I want orgies, I want all that stuff, but I don't actually want to participate. I want to be the hype girl. I want to be like, you're doing so good. You need some water. You need something. I want to take care of y'all.
I
while you're
love
enjoying
being
it.
the hype girl. I
Yeah.
love being the hype girl to my partner. I love that's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yep. Yep. I
I'm
love
like,
that.
let me go. Let me find you somebody real quick, and I'll use
No,
this
it's
layup. But we need y'all to come out to the feast, November
please.
29th. It is a secret location. You don't get that to the day of. Okay, whether you get a ticket or not, you don't get the location to the day of. It is in the Philadelphia area though, for sure. Definitely in Philly. We're not making you travel in the boondocks. You're not going to Jersey. Nothing crazy. It is in Philly, and it is not like a regular Airbnb. This is a kink space. It is designed for this. It is no worries. People have been like, "Oh, is there like a noise policy?" I was like, "No, don't listen. All I'm covering all the T's, guys. Okay, don't worry. It is a kink space. We have the entire space to ourselves, and you're gonna get drinks with your tickets. There's also more drinks there for purchase. There's gonna be food there, and we're gonna have this lovely man right here there, and he is
Yep.
gonna show us a fantastic time, and I can't wait.
Exactly. I'm so
I'm,
excited.
I'm hoping that there are like at least like one person there who's never done a scene before. I love doing people's first scenes.
Okay,
I'm bringing
I
a few
have
people.
someone that is
They
it would be, and she is interested. So, and I told her, I said I think you can kind of like go up and negotiate things.
100%.
Yeah,
I
yes.
love that.
So, and she is a faithful member of the cookout, and I'm so excited for her because she was just like, "Oh, you think I can?" I was like, "I think you can, girl." Yeah.
Do it. Of course.
So
I'm
yeah,
so
we,
excited.
we have some newbies lined up for you. Okay.
Yep. Like I
And,
said,
and
I'm just gonna be in the corner
probably
with a
some
popcorn.
seasoned vets. Not gonna lie, probably
Yeah.
some seasoned vets too.
I
Yeah.
like it all, but I love like the folks who are like really nervous and they're like, yeah, I just
Mhm.
saw this on TV and I thought it had to be painful.
Yeah.
And and you get to show them
Yeah,
like the cool side of the stuff.
I love
yeah.
that.
No, I'm excited too. But we need y'all to
Mhm.
come out to all these other events and get vetted. Get vetted at the Kiki this Thursday. That is only for my queer people, LGBTQIA plus
Mhm.
family, and that is this Thursday from 6 to 10 at room 148 on South Street. And then if you
Mhm.
can't come to that or are not queer, then you can always come out to the cookout. The cookout is every month. It's always the last Wednesday of the month, but this is the
Mhm.
first time ever I have changed it because it can't be the last Wednesday of the month because I cook for Thanksgiving and I'm sure you guys also cook for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and I'm not having a month the day before Thanksgiving. So we bumped it up a
Exactly.
week. It is November 20th, same location, same time. And I'm going to say this disclaimer one more time for anybody that's coming out to the munch for the first time. It says PLC, but let me be very honest. It's very black. Okay, it says 6 o'clock. You know who's there at 6 o'clock? Me. Okay, and all the newbies, they come on time because they're respectful, and it's just like, oh, I don't know, I've never been, and I'm like, y'all, I'm so sorry that you just have to be entertained by me and me only.
Yep.
But I promise by 7:30.
Everybody will be there.
and that's literally what happens. So again,
That's the
if you
cookout. That's
want
the
to
cookout
come out,
lifestyle.
if you want to come out, if you're nervous, you're scared of crowds, definitely come early because it is just me. We can talk. I walk you out that plane a little bit. We have some drinks together, relax before all the swarms come in. But if you do like the crowd, 7:30 is your time. Okay.
Perfect. Also, all this information definitely can be found on either Mz Dee's Instagram page or any of her other social medias, but you could also definitely find it on sexually.speaking on Instagram and pretty much anything that we're connected to. You know me, I'm going to share everything repeatedly. Y'all going to get tired of me, and I'm okay with that because I want to make sure y'all know all the information because I forget. I know everybody else will too half the time.
Yeah. And I want to run down some more things, but Surplus, do you have any other events going on in your area that you want to talk about?
I guess we'll break some news. I am doing a seminar at Exotica this year in DC.
Hey, congrats! That's amazing. When is it?
Huh?
When is it?
When is it in DC?
It's that Saturday. I think it's like December 7th. Still waiting on some of the details.
Okay. Oh, that is amazing. Congratulations.
That's really good. I love that.
Are you going to be there the whole weekend?
I will be there. I'll be there every day. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be in the Sexpert Corner this year. But yeah, seminar is on the 7th, I believe it is.
So everybody get those Exotica tickets so you can.
For men is the topic.
Yep.
Oh, I like that. I love that.
I'm excited.
Those tickets. Listen, and that's the Exotica I want to go to because I missed the Jersey one and I was so sad. I was like, oh, DC's not far. I'll go to DC.
Yeah. I might make it a mission. I might be in that area. I might make a little trip. I have a few friends down there. Maybe I'll convince them to go. But yeah, what else, Mz Dee? Do you have anything else before I start spitting off all my many
like the cookout? We've talked about that many times. The Kiki, the feast. But also, sexually speaking, me and Ms. J will be on another podcast tomorrow, and we'll post all of that information on our stories and our pages so you guys can see that. And we're really excited about that. And also, I will be on another podcast November 23rd on a panel called Grown as Fuck. And yeah, so check that out. That is live on the 23rd. And also just kind of like solidified a kink workshop type of situation with a candle making place. And we're going to be doing oil candles, like oil candles, like, and I'm gonna have like a little scene there, and you're gonna make the candles right then and there at the spot, at the location. So look forward to that coming out. And yeah, all the things. Too many things to list, honestly. And my voice is going every single second.
No. You know what it is? I think at the end of our shows or whatever we talk about, anything we post, I'm going to just put a line credit where it just says Mz Dee, all her events. To just go down, pick and choose, you know.
Because I can't remember them all.
No, girl, you everywhere, and I love that about you. Because you inspire me to keep going and doing my shit. So I love it.
Appreciate it.
So, okay, love. So, of course, everybody, you can find Mz Dee on other social medias. Of course, the Cookout Munch, everything she just described. Always be respectful. Same thing with me. Obey Miss J. Of course, we have Fet Life Miss XJ. Tomorrow, I'm not going to, since I'm going to be with Mz Dee at another podcast. I won't be doing my other show with my co-host, which is going to be, Oso Talks, but he is going to have Siempre de Amor again. So they're going to talk nerdy. I think they're actually talking about Puerto Rican traditional food. So go off with that. I eat it, so I can't really say nothing. Let's see. Of course, I have a shout out to our peoples at Fabies and Friends podcast. Super cute. We love Miss Jasmine. She also hosts the Nymphs of Lore with me, a spicy book podcast. You know, start getting in on that, guys. We can't, you know what I mean? Because things are changing. Anywho, another show coming out very soon is We're Just Roommates podcast. I swear. We're actually getting a studio built for it. So be prepared for that. When that comes out, you'll be the first to know. That's pretty much it. I think we're Gucci. I think we're good. I think I said about it.
Yeah, we're also on another podcast on the 17th, but
the 17th?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was anytime we have a show, y'all, we're just gonna let y'all know because sometimes I forget. I ain't gonna lie. We Mz Dee and Miss J have been so busy communicate with Mz Dee. I'll talk to you after because we actually have 6 more appointments we have to discuss. So we're happy. We're blessed. We're excited. We are happy with the community. We love all of y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Surplus, thank you so much for being with us today. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. Can't wait to see you in person.
And drop the deets on that necklace too, because I kind of need that. I need you to send me that link. Okay?
I got you.
It is. I've been locked in this whole conversation. Like I was like, oh, I love that.
Love that. So we are Gucci guys. We are great.
Out of here.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and chicken grease, I guess. I don't know, guys. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed.
Bye.
Bye.
Feel like